Hello, I'm Max Brodie, and I'm going to show you how I made
Explorer of Puppet Island
for Audionetwork. This is what it sounds like. That's enough of that. Okay, so yeah, you can kind of hear the track. It's an electronic, blippy, kids kind of electronic track. Well, that's what I might. And I thought I'd just run you through how I pieced it together and the types of sounds I used, what I didn't use, what I thought I'd use, and hopefully it'll be of some sort of use. Maybe it won't be of any use at all, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, cool. So let's start with the drums at the top here. This is the main drum sound. Which is made up of, what's that, 5 or so sounds. So I'm just going to run you through them really quickly. So the first sound is this one, which is a sequence I made with the organelle by Critter and Guitari, which is absolutely wicked. And I don't even know which setting this was on. It was probably the drum sequencer one, whatever it's called, something like, or drummy or something, I don't know what it's called. And you can play with the decay of the sounds and as you play it back and stuff, so that's why it kind of, the transients change throughout it. Yeah, they go dead tight and wider and stuff like that. That's the first layer. Second layer is battery, Swedish drum kit. All custom sounds, obviously. Nat. And that sounds like this. There's a snare and a clap. So those two together sound like that. So the organelle kind of keeps the pace going with the... And then the battery kit is just adding the accents. Then we've got a cymbal. Just another stock battery sound, I think, yeah. Ride DMT, whatever that is. And this is my favourite sound of the drums in this song. I think it's the snare or a clap or something from this Swedish battery kit up here. But I reamped it through a water cooler blue bottle thing. And it sounds wicked. So that combined with the other kit. If I take it away, pretty cool. Next sound is this, which is by Sonic Couture. I think that's how you say it, I don't know. I use this sound in so many songs because you can pitch it to whatever you need. It's really, really just easy to use. And it's got a filter built in, which is wicked. I think I'm even using that in this. But it just adds like a bit of organic percussion to what was, just electronic before. And it's not fully quantized. You can hear that a little bit, so that's adding like a bit of realism to it, which is cool. And then the final layer is this kick drum layer. So I recorded these kick drums. These are all different parts of the recording, so it's like, I think that's like a speaker in front of the kick, inside the kick, a room, and then a closer room, I think. Yeah, so all together that kick sounds like this. So with everything else in the drum stem, that adds like the weight. And if I take it out, yeah, that's that. That sub-layer of this is just doing the main part of the weight. I don't even know how it sounds that good. I didn't record it. Well, I did record it, but I didn't engineer it. The guy who engineered it is a genius. Okay, that's that. Percussion. Only percussion I used were these kind of scissor tracks. And usually I would use like a shaker or something for this, but I thought, why not? Let's just use some scissors. I've got some. So they sound like this. And that's literally what you think it is. It's just me playing some scissors without these two lo-fi effects. Sounds like that with them. So it's just a bit of saturation, I think. That's the only, just a bit of saturation. Just gets rid of that super toppy digital thing. So all the drums and all the percussion together sounds like this. Yeah, and that's all that. Okay, next, bass. So the main bass is this one, which is the Oberheim SEM module, the one you can buy at the moment. It's pretty cool. It's absolutely massive, so you can't really put anything else in with it. But for something like that, something really simple, it works amazing. And then in the verses, I've got this bass, which I don't even know what this is. It sounds, it's stereo, I'm not quite sure. It sounds like, what did it? I think it's the Arturia Matrix Brute. I had it on demo when I was making these tracks. I didn't actually like it that much, but I actually ended up using it loads in the whole album. So I think this is that because it's stereo. And I left these kind of clicks between regions in because it added something to the verses. I think it's because it's got these scissors as well. And it's just that, literally copied and pasted. I don't know. Oh, and there's like a second layer, which has just got an octave thingamajiggy on this plugin. Pretty cool. Adds like a thing halfway through. Yeah, and that's all the basses. And then we move down to this, which is called the intro blipper, apparently. Oh yeah, so this is the synth that comes at the very start of the track, and it's kind of a character layer throughout the whole piece. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I think it's made up of, what's this one? OP1, I think? It's either the OP1 or the Crittering Guitar-y organelle, one of those two. So that's the dry layer, and then I did a reamp layer with it as well. Which would probably be through, I've got a little small Princeton Fender amp. It sounds like it's going through that. Maybe it's got a little bit of reverb on it as well. It might just be the room I did it in, I can't remember. So that's that. I don't think this send isn't even on, so that's, the main sound is just those two. So that's that. Let's just hear everything so far. Okay, so that's everything that we've been through so far. What have we got here? Main melody. Okay. So this is made up of a few layers. I'm not even sure what this first one is. It's definitely the organelle. I don't understand what's going on in it. I have no idea. It's just some sort of nonsense. It sounds relatively similar to this layer, but majorly fucked up, so I don't know what that is. Some sort of Crittering Guitar layer, and just adds a bit of manicness anyway. This layer is the organelle again, and there's a setting called guitar to synth, so you can plug a guitar in and it kind of quantizes the pitch, or steps the pitch to real pitches. So on a guitar you'd have those microtone things. It just doesn't do that basically. So it makes it kind of sound like a synth, but you can bend the notes and play it a little bit more like a guitar. because it is a guitar. I don't think I'm making any sense, but anyway, that's what that is. And with all the effects that it had on it, it sounds like this. I think the decapitator is just... making it sound a bit cooler. Rolling off the bottom. Super fast delay. That's that. Oh, then this one. I think this is the OP1 doing the same melody. Yeah, and that's got no effects on it, so all of them together. That's that. Next layer, keyboards. In this section. Bunch of stuff going on. What's the first one here? Nothing on that one. What's this one? Again, I think this is the Matrix brute that I had on demo. Using the arpeggiator in it. I think the arpeggiator was pretty cool in it, actually. The only thing that was cool in it. And then we've got a... Oh, sorry, the effects on that. A Pan Man, Filter Freak. It's got a spacey reverb on it, which is this one, which is so good. And a Pan Man to move it around a bit, and then a Filter Freak. I don't even know when that Filter Freak's being used. Oh. In the verses it's being used just to kind of dip it out a bit. Okay, back to normality. Okay, so that's that layer. Next layer is a mellotron. 4 church organs, apparently. It probably doesn't sound like 4 church organs. This is without the effects. I always end up taking the bottom end out of this thing. I don't know why. It's just, it never sits in a track. And then a super fast delay by the sound of things. Yeah. So a super fast delay just to help it sit in there a bit more. And another mellotron track, 3 choirs, classic, B setting. This is the best sound. And that's just playing 2 chords. Again, yeah, taking the bottom out again. I don't know what it is. This area and this plugin just sounds dead. There's some more keyboards later on there, but I'll go back to this one first. This is the Casio Tone 202, I think. I've had this for ages. It's a really cool keyboard. And then that says right hand, and this says left hand in the region. Obviously, because I'm such a bad keyboard player, I can't do 2 parts at once. The right hand sounds like that, the left hand sounds like... If I play those 2 hands together... That's what it would sound like if you were a better keyboard player. But also, actually, no, here's my excuse. I've actually panned them left and right. So, because there's a mono output on it, you couldn't do that anyway, so you'd have to play those parts separately. It's all fine. It's all fine. Okay, that's that. Okay, that's all the keyboards, really. Apart from this one here, you don't need to know about that. What's this? Synths. In the chorus, it's just that one. Which again is the organelle by the sounds of things. I don't know what setting that is, but I know that part there. It sounds like I've either used Verify, which if you don't know about it is an insane Pro Tools thing. Well, it's not that insane. And you just select the region you want, press slow down, render, and it just like winds it down like a tape machine. It's pretty cool. So that's that layer. Got this layer here, which is ARP 2600 Rise, whatever that is. Obviously vital to the track. Modular Crazy. And this will just be a rise in the verse. And that'll, usually what I do is just play the track back and then play with my modular system at the same time. And just try and make something rise with the track and just feel it organically. So that probably took about 20 takes. And another one here by the looks of things. What's this one? Same again, just probably playing with a LFO and a filter or the pitch or something, I don't know. Another one here. Again, that's going to that spacey verb, which is the UAD RMX thing. Yeah, that looks pretty much like it. This Modular Crazy, if you want to see it, it's got these effects on. Without the effects, it sounds like this. With them, sounds like this. It's also got a bit of that space verb. So the plugins are doing quite a lot on that one. Next lot, vocals. This is just in like the middle 8 section of the track. And these are doubled with some keyboards. Which is quite a nice little section. Okay, that's that. What's on them? I don't know. Rolled off some weirdness, probably. Yeah. Decapitated doing something to it as well. Is it getting rid of the highs on there? Yeah, high cut, steep high cut on N. Whatever that means. Okay, that's all the vocals. Next one. Again, this says OP1, so it's going to be the OP1. There's 2 of them. Let's see. Sounds like a chord. Just a little melody. Those 2, I think I just recorded my voice into the OP1 and then, sampled it. And that's that. And then finally, we've got some guitars. In the chorus, we've got these electric guitars at the bottom. Which is actually just me recording the acoustic sound of an electric guitar, so that's why it sounds so stringy. Which in the track sounded pretty cool. And then the verses, we've got some acoustic guitars. What's this one? Again, a lot of these are just duplicated, and I've kept all the clicks in, and it adds to that kind of bitty electronic sound. Some great writing there, obviously. And then reamp again. And that's the same bottle technique that I use for the drums at the top. Another one, it's just basically one for each. Electric guitars doing the same. All together. And obviously thought at one point I needed all these effects on it for some reason. And I obviously didn't, which is weird. And that's everything. Yeah, bits and bobs come in throughout the track. But that's pretty much all the different layers. And the only thing on the master bus, by the looks of things here, is this Fairchild thing. It's probably hitting it pretty hard. Let's check. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much everything. Check it out.